Should you be focused more on today or tomorrow? Today. In this second, this moment, the only thing that matters is you, what you are doing with your time. Each day is a masterpiece, and you are holding the brush. Do you ever think about your absolute control over what happens today? You could stand on your desk and proclaim, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." You could start dancing during that particularly difficult test. You could push a 250,000 car off its stand, wheeling it into its doomed fate. We see these kinds of things happen all too much in movies and television, but we do not realize that our actions today are just as risky, as spontaneous, as valuable as those of others in glorified media. The very action of being present already proves that you are making the most of the day. Maybe because it's so easy to give in to the temptations of what we feel like we should be doing right now. Netflix, sleeping, anything that stops us from performing our responsibilities. And then, once that cycle of not living enough continues, it seems like time passes too quickly. You want the train of life to stop and wait on the platform for a while? Too bad. Today is staring you in the face, daunting you to do and to be. There are times I just want to let it go. Ha, I bet you didn't see that coming. That's choosing to live in the today. The 24 hours of each day is when things get done. Things happen. Someone is born. Someone dies. Someone falls in love. Situations change, and that's when the present becomes the future. Tomorrow. Despite the preconceived idea that present is the most treasured gift of life, I'm here to tell you that tomorrow matters just as much. If you ignore the future, you undermine the present. To confront the challenges of today, we have to think about the long-lasting implications of each of our actions. Thinking about the future is what propels the bright thinkers of our time. Steve Jobs is thinking about the tomorrow in order to connect the American people with Apple products that now seem to dominate contemporary society. Lewis Robinson was thinking about the tomorrow to revise his vision of a better life. Miss Byron was thinking about the tomorrow when she assigned the 7-page research paper that we will most likely do in college. It's that vision, that thought of how tomorrow could possibly be better than today that makes life bearable, because seeing the bigger picture places obstacles in perspective. After all, everything we do is dependent on perspective. I tend to think about myself, dressed in pink scrubs 5 years from now. It's that thought that propels me to think carefully about the implications and results of the steps I might take, not just in the immediate moment, but as conditions continue to evolve. That's choosing to live in the tomorrow. When contemplating about the future, people often use phrases like, first this needs to happen, then this needs to happen, and then... Some people might call these kinds of people the worriers and the overthinkers. However, focusing on tomorrow clarifies our personal responsibility and the capacity we have to create a tomorrow worth living in. Today and tomorrow are often seen as distant challenges. How can we focus on today and tomorrow simultaneously? Is that even possible? We live in a world where we're told that we need to focus on the present, yet we're placed under the pressure to excel in the future. So we have no choice but to find a way to reconcile the magnitudes of both today and tomorrow. Maybe it's the pull of the two that keeps us together and defines what it means to be human.